My name is Oleksandr Diuzhykov, 128th Separate Rifle Brigade. Before the war, I worked as a locksmith at a tram depot, repairing trams. I was drafted and I went. We were positioned in Solidar and Wagner was advancing. We got surrounded and didn't have time to pull back. We ran into a house. They told us, "Surrender, Ukrainians, or we'll throw a grenade." So we surrendered, because they would have killed us all. There were 3 of us. We surrendered. They tortured us, interrogated us, constantly wanted to know where the tanks were, where the grads were. I said, "Guys, how would I know where the tanks are, where the grads are? I'm just a regular signalman, constantly on the radio. We work by orders." They say, "No, tell us where the tanks are, where the grads are." I said, "I don't know." They beat us, tortured us, tried to recruit us. Yes, that happened. For 3 days they tortured us very badly. Some of the guys even cried. They broke the guys down emotionally so much that they just lost it. I'd already said goodbye to life there. I even had thoughts like that. They beat me so hard that I just wanted to beg them to shoot me and end it. I was in a cell at the time. Some Wagner guys came, called out my last name and said, "Diuzhykov." I said, "That's me. Come here. Want to send greetings to your family?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Well, they're going to film you now. You'll send your greetings." I said, "Okay." Right away they started filming. I said that I could speak or I couldn't speak because I knew they'd beat me for it either way. I asked what I could say, what I couldn't, but they beat me anyway. They moved me to another cell. They call it going to the work cell. The work cell is where the guys also work. Not just sitting there, but working too. Who wants to work? I said, "Well, I want to work. Let me do something." They made us do a lot of hard labor. And we filmed runs there. Well, Wagner guys, they're thieves. They're bandits and thieves there. They stripped the metal and moved it for themselves and sold it back in Russia. That's what they did. That was their whole mission. I woke up in the morning remembering this dream, thinking, God, I dreamed I was walking in slacks and shoes with a beer down Primorsky Boulevard. I'm walking along and I'm so happy. I'm saying, everything's fine, everything's fine. I'm already home, I'm already home. Like, whoa, whoa. And then suddenly I wake up. And then I wake up thinking, what the hell? And then these thugs come in again and say, Duzhykov, get out with your things. Well, that means it's over. They're going to exchange you now. And the guys told me before, if they filmed you before, then it's like a small guarantee that they'll exchange you anyway. Because they filmed you, they spent their time on you. They beat you up a little. And they took me away and exchanged me. When we were driving, I said, Odessa already? They say, no, but we're getting close. They say, how did you know we're getting close, that it's Odessa already? I say, the smell, the smell. We have more of that air, more saturated with the sea. Well, still it's home, I can feel it. They say, yeah, got it. And so it was. When did you see your family? We were immediately exchanged. I thought I would jump right off that bus and kiss the ground. I held myself back, of course. It was very, very hard. It was very hard when I saw those flags and people and everyone who met us. And my family only found out after they gave me a phone. I called my wife and told her that I'm already, well, home. She just started screaming. Well, that's a normal reaction. She says, everyone in the courtyard is screaming. Well, my Odessa courtyard is pretty small. Everyone knows me and I know everyone. And so it was. And then my wife, she says, I'm coming. Where are you? I'm coming. The next day she came, I think. Yes, the next day she came. Now I'm working at the University of Internal Affairs. I'm an organizer of cultural and recreational activities. I organize exhibitions and things like that. I'm a culturologist by education. I love to sit and play guitar by myself. If it weren't for the guitar, I probably would have lost it for sure. My boy is 12 years old. His name is Yegor Diuzhykov. Does he play guitar too, or? Of course, of course, of course. Did you teach him? I already taught him, of course. He plays at such a level, he even plays better than me now. Yeah. He can learn any song on the internet, on YouTube. I gave him the basics, the basics. After that, he can play anything himself, whatever he wants. Now he's learning all of Victor Tsoi's songs for sure. Well, that's always been my favorite band too. Well, a Soviet throwback, but I like the music and his songs. This is my family, my kids, my boy, my wife. My brothers inspire me sometimes. Well, rehabilitation is, first of all, every 6 months you need to come in and get treatment, go through medical exams. Maybe they'll say something new because ours only say one thing, concussion, and that's it. That everything will be Ukraine, everything will be Ukraine, everything will be Ukraine, and this war will end no matter what. It will end and we'll live our lives again. Everything will be fine.